So I want to welcome you guys to week 4. And the main thing that we're going to cover in week 4, which we're going to keep it around, is actually how to get viral video ideas. So obviously, to be able to upload videos, upload content to our channel, we want to know how to get the topic for what our content are going to be about. And we want to make sure that those topics that we're going to be posting on, that there's a search volume for them, there's an audience that are actually searching for whatever that we're going to create content on. So on this lesson specifically, we're going to cover what make a viral video. And as we go throughout this whole week, by the end of this week, you know how to actually come up with any viral video ideas. Now, basically moving on throughout the process, especially once you're going to automate your channel, you'll be able to, what I'm going to be doing also, you'll be able to actually give this video to the person you're going to be training to actually come up with the video idea for you, and they'll be able to watch it and they'll be able to come up with the idea for you, and you can give them every single individual videos and every single method how to actually look for video ideas. So what we're going to cover specifically on this video is the 5-factor of a viral video. Now, basically, before we discuss the 5-factor, I want you to keep in mind that all social media platform goal is to keep the viewers on the platform for as long as possible so that the viewers can see ad which advertisers pay to advertise to you, the viewing consumer. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, that's the main goal for every social media platform, and that's also the main goal for YouTube. At the end of the day, one of the main source of revenue as a social media platform, since it's free, it's the advertisers that are paying to put the ads on your video, which is how they're able to share the revenue with you. So basically, which is why those social media platforms are free to use, like I've said. But remember, every businesses need money coming in. So a lot of people think that the social platform are just completely free, but every business has to operate with money coming in. So any channel that is able to help YouTube with that goal by having content that people watch for a long duration and engage, even by watching more than one video from your channel, maybe they finish watching a video and they go to the next one, all of those are a sign that you're keeping people, it's telling the YouTube algorithm that you're keeping people for a good amount of time, for a long duration, and you will forever be loved and promoted by the YouTube algorithm. In simple terms, to put how to please the algorithm is basically give it what it wants, which is keep the viewers for as long as possible, showing that your content is good by having the people, and YouTube will give you all this data, by the way. It will tell you for how long someone watched, what is the average view duration of everybody. We're gonna talk about all the different analytics, so it knows whether you're doing what it wants or not. You will see how all these 5 factors contribute to helping you achieve that goal, which lead to a potential video idea. So all those 5 factors, which I'm gonna actually discuss, align with that specific goal. At the end of the day, those 5 factors is trying to lead us so that we can actually keep people watching our video, get people to actually click on our video and stay for a long duration of time. So factor number 1 is appeal to a wide audience. You need to make sure that your video topic is something that appeals to a wide audience, and we're going to go over that further in the future. Within your niche, preferably, if you're in a specific niche. Obviously, if your channel is about posting things relating to, let's say, nature, and out of nowhere you start speaking about, I don't know, how to cook certain recipe. And number 2 is you want to make sure the second factor is a 5th grade level. So based on research, the average intelligence of someone that is on YouTube is of a 5th grade level. I'm not saying this to be rude, but if you actually go on YouTube yourself, you notice that most of the video that go viral, most of the video that get 20 million, 100 millions of views, if not music videos, a lot of them are just simple prank, just generic, simple stuff that a kid will laugh and a kid will actually be excited to watch. So most video that goes viral, it's simple that a 5th grader can understand it. Most people love watching video that doesn't require them to use their brain. Now, of course, this kind of, depending on the niche you're gonna get into, say for example, one that came to mind, if you have a channel that talks about investing advice and you're just giving tips to investors, so you're speaking to a more sophisticated audience. So obviously the people that are in that niche, they're more knowledgeable, they're more sophisticated. So making a broad video on depending on your audience, of course, making a video on trying to come up with an idea on what is investing, maybe. So that is super simple. Actually, a kid would not even click that. But making a video related that is super generic. So since that audience is a little bit more mature and there's few niches, rarely, the list is really broad, but there's few niches where they avoid that rule because their audience is a little bit more mature. So most people that are watching YouTube, they have a fifth grader intelligence. And the third one is audience retention, or you also see it also be referred to as view duration. So audience retention also can be referred to as view duration, is basically the average percentage of a YouTube video that people watch. Video with a high audience retention score tend to have more increased visibility on the YouTube platform. Basically, to put it even in a simpler term, the audience retention or the view duration is basically the percentage of how long people are staying for your video. So if you have a video that is 10 minute, and let's say it have 1,000 views, and out of those 1,000 people, the average view duration is 45%, which means the average person, when you put all of them together, stay for 45% of your video. If your video was 10 minutes, then that's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's like 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's the average view duration. So, and we're going to be discussing this further on what is the ideal view duration that we want to aim for. And also, view duration obviously is something, the only way you control that is by having good video. Obviously, if you have good videos and that your audience like, they're going to stay and watch the whole video, or at least most of the video. But audience retention or view duration is basically the average percentage of a YouTube video that people watch. And number 4 is actually engagement, which is common sense, which most of us should know by now. Whether it's a like, whether it's a dislike, whether it's a comment, or whether it's subscribe, these are all engagement that help YouTube decide if a YouTube is worth promoting. That's why sometimes you see videos with more dislike than like, with hate comment going viral, because YouTube see all of them as engagement. This is also the reason why most YouTube videos you watch also tell you to hit the like button, subscribe, or comment sometime. And I'm not even going to say sometime, I'm pretty sure whenever you watch your YouTube videos, it's rarely that you're gonna watch a video where they're gonna forget to say subscribe. That's like the catchphrase that everybody say is subscribe, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to subscribe. Because they know that not just that you're gonna watch more of the video, not just that it's gonna kind of boost their ego or make them more money, but if people actually like, and if people actually comment, if people actually subscribe, as a matter of fact, let's take subscribe out. If people like a video of yours and even dislike sometime, and they comment on your video, even if they don't subscribe, YouTube's gonna recommend more of your video to that person over time. So that's why it's important also, because when YouTube see the engagement, it's just gonna promote your video. And by the way, for the dislike, there's a YouTuber, most of you guys know PewDiePie, which was one of the most popular YouTuber. He did a video to test out the algorithm. He wanted everybody to dislike the video to see how YouTube would promote it. And I don't know, it's probably the most disliked videos. It might not be, I don't know, I'm not sure. But there was no different. So he made another video on just hit the like button. Some people still hit the dislike. And he made another video on hitting the dislike, but some people still hit the like, but he had majority dislike. And there wasn't much different. And a lot of people have tested this out. There's no different. And I have video that had more dislike because of the topic than like. And despite the fact YouTube still promoted, you just look at all of that as engagement. And number 5 is high click-through rate. Now, remember we talked about audience view duration or audience retention, which is the average percentage that people stay to watch a video. The click-through rate is basically, in simple terms, it's the number of click divided by the number of thumbnail impression and how many times your thumbnail is seen on YouTube. Let me try to put it in simpler terms, because now I'm saying it, I feel like some of you guys might not understand. But basically, a click-through rate, say while people are browsing on YouTube, say 100 people see your video. They didn't click on it, but when browsing on YouTube, you're just seeing videos. Say 100 people see your videos. And say that 6 of those people click that scene. And YouTube have all the data. They know how many people come across your thumbnail or your video, even if they don't click. So say your thumbnail is, by the way, the picture that shows before someone click a video. So say someone Out of 100 people, only 6 people click. That's a 6% click-through rate. That's 6% click-through rate. And an idea click-through, actually, I tell people to at least make sure that your click-through rate is 6%. It is normal. Also, once your videos start gaining views, I'm getting more subscribers, being promoted more, the number's it's normal for the number to go down, because now you're being exposed to more and more audience. There's gonna be more people knowing your thumbnail at the same time. So sometimes it's normal for that number to go down. Basically, the only way for you to actually say improve your click-through rate, say you have a click-through rate that is 4%, 3%, or even 1%. So only 1% of people that see your thumbnail click, which is very, very terrible. So if you have 100 people that saw your thumbnail, only one of them click. So say you have a low click-through rate, the only way for you to change that, obviously, is your thumbnail. And we're going to be talking about that. Just as if you have a low view duration, audience retention, then it's in your video. And of course, once a video is uploaded to YouTube, there's not much you can do to edit or change it. So you just know what to do on your future video. So statistically speaking, there is 90% chance you will forget these 5 factors that I just mentioned. In a couple hours after you finish watching this video, you click off, you're most likely gonna forget those 5 factors. Some might remember one, most of you are gonna forget everything that I just said. So I made a printable PDF that you can keep with you always to refer back to. So this is what the PDF will look like. I'll leave a link below. You guys can download it, you guys can save it to your computer, open it in your browser. Whenever you need it, you can always refer back to it.